Following the leak of a conversation between U.S. Special Envoy Steve Whitkoff and Russian dictator Yuri Ushakov, speculation is swirling about who exactly may have leaked it. A senior official in the Donald Trump administration believes the conversation may have been leaked by a foreign intelligence agency. The Wall Street Journal reports. However, according to the official, the intelligence agency's target was not Whitkoff, but Ushakov. A European security official said dozens of countries around the world have the technology to eavesdrop on Ushakov's conversation because Russian dictator Vladimir Putin has an open phone line. According to the official, a European state could have wiretapped the conversation, but it's unclear which one. He also noted that Russia cannot be ruled out as there are internal disputes within the country about the role of Kirill Dmitriev, director of a private equity fund, as a Kremlin intermediary. It was with Dmitriev that Ushakov had the conversation that was later leaked. One of the publication's European sources puts forward a more mysterious version. The diplomatic source claims that the leak could have been carried out by a European country, but he does not know for sure which country. However, he does not rule out another possibility. One of the rival groups in the Kremlin could be behind this. The source notes that there are fierce internal disputes and political struggles within Russia, especially around the role of Dmitriev as a mediator in the Kremlin negotiations. Therefore, the leak of Ushakov and Dmitriev's conversations could be the result of a struggle between groups within the Kremlin. According to the WSJ, this isn't the first leak of information linked to diplomats and Ukraine. In 2014, around the same Russian-occupied Crimea, a recording was leaked showing American officials discussing who should lead the new pro-Western government in Ukraine. The newspaper writes that many believed Russia was behind the leak. On November the 26th, Bloomberg published 2 transcripts of conversations between Russian officials. The first was a conversation between Steve Whitkoff and Ushakov that took place on October the 14th. The second transcript contained a conversation between Ushakov and Dmitriev about the possibility of conveying the Russian draft agreement to Trump's representatives in a way that would present it as an American initiative. At the same time, US President Donald Trump called his representatives' behavior typical of a deal maker. The US President emphasized that effective negotiations always involve a certain amount of pressure and persuasion on both sides. He noted that he had not personally heard the released audio, but saw nothing unusual in Whitkoff's methodology. Putin's aide, Ushakov, admitted that he sometimes communicates with Whitkoff via WhatsApp. This, according to Ushakov, could have been the reason for the leak of information about their conversations. Republican Don Bacon said Whitkoff can no longer be trusted to negotiate an end to the war in Ukraine. Republican Brian Fitzpatrick also said Whitkoff's assistance to the Russians was a serious problem and called for an end to sideshows and secret meetings.
A fire broke out on Wednesday at Wong Fuk Court, a public housing estate in Hong Kong's Taipei district, quickly escalating to a level 5 alarm and engulfing 7 of the estate's 8 residential blocks. According to Associated Press, by Thursday 3 p.m., 55 people had been confirmed dead, with another 72 seriously injured, including 8 firefighters. One firefighter tragically lost his life in the line of duty. Approximately 279 residents remain unaccounted for. The Hong Kong Fire Services Department reported that the blaze is largely under control in most buildings, while rescue operations continue. Authorities are investigating a potential criminal cause, and 3 senior staff from the maintenance company have been arrested on suspicion of manslaughter.
我住第一座嘅，咁我諗住即係第三座冇咁快蔓延到啦。而家睇下，仲係間間都燒到興興冚冚，真係好啊！呢個都唔知點樣，但係有啲仲喺上邊。
根據消防處喺進行滅火同埋搜救嘅過程之中咧，係發現建築物喺嘅外牆係有一啲安裝咗嘅保護網啦、保護膜啦、防水帆布、塑膠布，係懷疑咧係未符合呢個防火嘅標準嘅。咁而我哋警方喺現場進行調查，發現一棟係未波及嘅大廈喺裏面每一層嘅電梯大堂嘅窗出邊呢，係發現有啲發泡膠嘅包封嘅，而我哋亦都唔排除呢啲發泡膠係導致今次火警迅速蔓延嘅原因。